Hello and welcome to the first proper quest in the Ringmaker cycle, the first one after the deluxe anyway, the Dunland Trap. Unfortunately, I don't have the little slip for all the fluff, or maybe fortunately, if you were looking forward to skipping it anyway. So we've just got this to work off. So you are following the Old South Road from Isengard to Tharbad on an errand for Saruman when you are attacked by the wild men of Dunland. Setup. Set Chief Turk and Munov Duvravine out of play. Make the Old South Road the active location. Each player searches the encounter deck for a Boar Clan enemy and puts it into play engaged with him. Shuffle the encounter deck. We've gone for the Boar Clan Stalker. Now, because he's going to be engaged with me, that gives Mablung a resource, but he's also going to get stronger as I draw cards. So when I draw cards on my first resource phase, he's going to immediately get a resource token. So it's a bit of a pain. And the Old South Road, which is hard not to say with a Dick Van Dyke style. One threat, although that doesn't really matter because it's not really going to not be the actual location. 4 progress. Forced at the end of the refresh phase, remove 1 time counter from the current quest, and it's worth a victory point. And time counters are good friends. 18 progress required. Already weary from a full day of travel, you struggle to hold off the ferocious Dunlending attack. You must rally your companions and drive back the enemy, or you will be defeated. Time 2. Forced. After the last time counter is removed from this stage, each player discards his hand and draws 2 cards. Place 2 time counters on this stage. Not really as horrible for me as it would for my MAE deck, as it would be for other decks, but still drawing cards, as we can see from the Boar Clan Stalker, is a double-edged sword. So these are my 6 setup cards, which I technically had before the Boar Clan Stalker. Now, this is not going to follow my normal pattern of what I look for, because come stage 2, we're going to lose all but 1 ally, and we're going to lose all our mounts and equipment attachments. So conditions and titles like the Light of Valinor and Protector of Lorien are much more valuable than they'd normally be. So I'm going to prioritise making sure I have those. And I have those in my starting hand, so I'll keep that. Let's see if I can actually remember to have my starting threat. Yes, I did. 29. So, resource phase. So that's resource for each hero. I'm drawing 4 cards. Welling Hall Preserver, a Rivendell Blade, Lembas Spread, and Treebeard. That's the keyword. Item is what's going to get chucked away. And because I drew cards, I put a token onto the Boar Clan Stalker, so now that he is 1 attack and 1 defense. So, first things first, the Light of Valinor onto Arrestor, because it's not going to get lost that way. The Protector of Lorien onto Arrestor, because it's also not going to get lost. Now, other options. I could not play Skinbark, unfortunately. I'm actually probably going to use Mablung's resource to play the Rivendell Blade. Even though I'm going to lose it, it could be helpful in the small time before we can get before we get flooded out. So and I can't really play any more cards from my hand because they are all very expensive, and I would rather get these things out. So I can still discard 3 cards for Arrestor's questing. I'll still be able to discard 3 cards for his defense if needed, and I've got my card to discard for Arwen's resource as required. So, questing. It's going to be Arwen and it's going to be Arrestor. So we've got the plane of Enedweth. Enedweth, 2 threat, 2 progress. While the plains of Enedweth is the active location, players do not draw a card during the resource phase. Interesting. So that is 2 threat against 5 will, and then I'll discard 3 cards. Elven Light, Garden Rundell, and the Lembas Spread. I'm just going to make sure my Elven Light is kept separate out of my discard pile, so it's nice and clear that I've got it if I want to use it. So that's 3 extra. So that's 8 minus 2 is 6 progress, which means the Old South Road is finished and 2 progress goes on to stage 1, which is pretty neat. Let's go to the plains and get that out of the way. So we're not going to draw a card, but I will draw my 3 extra cards. So ultimately we've got to take the bite at some point. So the Boar Clan Stalker. So he's going to get a shadow card. Now I'm not going to be able to kill him even if I used a Restore and Mablung. So I'm not going to take the risk of letting it through undefended. I'll take the hit on Mablung, even though I've got Protector of Lorien to power up a Restore. Because of the Rithendell Blade, it means I can put 2 wounds on him rather than the 1 that Mablung would put on. So the Boar Clan Stalker on Mablung, nothing, no shadow text. So no wounds onto Mablung. A Restore hits back, the Rithendell Blade gets rid of the 1 armor, so that's 2 wounds. I'll discard a card to give... I'll give Arwen the resource, because if I see Unexpected Courage, I really want to be able to play it. And then these 3 get discarded. I'm going to make sure Treebeard goes on the top. Threat up by 1. 1 time counter gets removed. And then new round. So that is 3 resources. I don't draw a card, but I draw 3 cards because of a Restore. I don't draw a card because of that. And then the Boar Clan Stalker gets some stuff. So we've got the Gladron Weaver, the Gondorian Shield, and the Mithlond Sea Watcher. Well, I know that this is going to get washed away, but I've got the resources to spend, so let's do it. So 1 for the Gondorian Shield. Now, I'd probably rather not actually play the Gladron Weaver. Oh, although it would let me shuffle Treebeard back into play. I'm just thinking if I playing her, she's going to give me 1 quest. Discarding her with Protector of Lorien is going to give me 1 quest. But her effect is useful, and she's going to give me 1 quest over multiple turns. So you know what? I'll play her. And that means that Treebeard... I mean, I've got multiple copies of Treebeard in the deck, but it doesn't hurt when an ally is as good as he is to get him shuffled back into the deck. Alright then. So, questing. Arwen's going to go, Arestor's going, and the Gladron Weaver's going. It is the Boar Clan Warrior. Now this could get sticky because we're not really in a position to defend against multiple enemies and hit them back. So after the engaged player draws any number of cards, deal the Boar Clan Warrior a shadow card. So he's 2 threat. We've got 2 from Arestor, 4 from Arwen and the Gladron Weaver. So that finishes the plains of Endoeth and puts 2 more progress on. Now the question becomes, do I want to add a progress using the Mithlond Sea Watcher, or do I want to save it to give a resource? I'm going to save it to give a resource because we're going to need some allies on the table to help us with this. I've been thinking too much about the future, and that's caused problems. So I'm going to voluntarily engage the Boar Clan Warrior, gives Mablung a resource, shadow card for the Boar Clan Stalker, shadow clan for the Boar Clan Warrior. So the Stalker's going to go onto a Restore, no shadow text, so his 2 defense balances that, and the Warrior onto Mablung, no shadow text. Whew, 2 treacheries dodged there, very nice, and his 4 defense, it bounces off. So that is 1 threat. Discard this card to give Arwen a resource. The last time counter goes, so I discard all the cards from my hand and then draw 2 cards. How does the timing of this work out with a Restore? Oh, it's at the end of the round. So I'm going to draw these 2 cards and then discard them. Okay, that's interesting. So actually, I should have used my Mithlond Sea Watcher to power up my questing. So I used that for that. Then I draw these 2 cards, and I will discard the Gondorian Shield to give Arwen the resource, and then my other card is discarded by Arrestor's Force effect. Interesting timing there, that's really weird. But because I drew cards, the Boar Clan Warrior gets a shadow card, and the Boar Clan Stalker gets another attack. Oishk. Right. And then, new round, I draw 4 more cards, which gives the Boar Clan Warrior another shadow card, and the Boar Clan Stalker is now up to 4 attack and 4 defense. Okay, things have escalated quickly. And we need to give our resources. Okay, so let's Elrond's Council to lower that threat down to 28. And we'll play the Mithlond Sea Watcher for 2 resources. We'll play the Galadrin Weaver for 1 resource to shuffle Elrond's Council back into the deck. Ugh, this could turn really ugly. I feel like I'm going to have to throw the Mithlond Sea Watcher under the bus here. Ugh, oi, 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 oi. We're really lucky with those treacheries, but we do not have the board to be doing this kind of fighting. So, questing. Arwen's going, Arrestor's going, and the 2 Galadrin Weavers are going because they can't do anything other than attack and defend. Oh, no! Oh, dear. This is very bad. Another Boar Clan Warrior. So, that's 2, which is this, and then we have 6 because of Elrond's Council. So, 6 progress. Oh, gosh. And then he engages, which gives a resource. Oh, dear. Right, Mithlond Sea Watcher, you are definitely getting thrown under the bus here, darling. Now, given that the Boar Clan Warrior has a shadow text on it that means it will give +1 attack for each shadow card on it, that means that this could go up to 6, but could be as low as 3. Or could go even higher than 6, but 6 would only require 1 shadow card to do it. This one's guaranteed 4. Okay. Right, first of all, the normal Boar Clan Warrior onto Arrestor. Good, no shadow text and a Dunland Chieftain dodged. That's good. So that would be 1 wound. I'm going to discard Glorfindel to give +1 defense, so Arrestor doesn't take any wounds. The Boar Clan Stalker on Mablung. Attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this one. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. We are probably going to lose a hero here. So he bounces off Mablung. Right, now the Boar Clan Stalker will definitely kill whatever hero he attacks undefended, so that has to go on to the Mithlond Sea Watcher. Attacking enemy gets +1 attack and deal it an additional shadow card. Gets +1 attack and deal it an additional shadow card. Attacking enemy gets +1 attack. So he's up to 7 attack. So he turns the Mithlond Sea Watcher into a sticky paste. And then this guy has to go undefended onto someone. Onto Mablung. +1 attack. +2 attack. Oh, no one is defending. So he's already killed him. Nothing there. And nothing. Oh, man. So that's 4 wounds onto Mablung, killing him. Right. Okay, well, this is probably a loss. But I suppose, yeah, because, I mean, I've got nothing that can defend, really. Oh, well, that's upsetting. Right, okay, well, thread up by 1. That goes. I draw cards, which means they get shadow cards. He can't get any stronger. And 2 resources. Well, I can't do anything with this. Well, I can physically put enough people on the board that we don't automatically die. So... all right then. So let's discard the Honor Guard to give Arrestor a resource. Spend 4 of Arrestor's resources to play Treebeard. Spend 3 of Arwen's to play Lindir. And that lets me draw until I have 3 cards in hand. Right, and then I can burn those cards to help with the questing. So Arrestor's got to go questing. The Gladrian Weavers may as well go as well. I can't send these guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Another Boar Clan Warrior. I am not in a good place. So it is going to require nothing short of a miracle that no one dies here. So that's 2. We've got 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 progress. The Boar Clan Warrior engages. And shadow cards. Jeez Louise. All right then. So let's work through the levels of death. So Arwen defending against a Boar Clan Warrior. No shadow text, so she takes a wound. Arrestor defending against a Boar Clan Warrior. No shadow text, so he would take a wound, but I will discard a card so that he has additional defense. Lindir from the Boar Clan Stalker. No shadow text. He's dead. And the Boar Clan Warrior, undefended on Arrestor. Until the end of the round, the attacking enemy cannot take damage. And nothing. So Arrestor takes a mere 3 crippling damage. And that's that. I have no use for the rest of my cards, so they get discarded. Threat goes up by 1. The last token is removed from there, which means I would discard my cards and draw 2 new ones, which then get discarded. Oh, actually, I can play Elrond's Council before it gets discarded, at least. So that takes me back down to 27. But all of these guys get a shadow card. And then resources. And I draw 4 more cards, which means all of these guys get another shadow card. Unsurprisingly, I have not drawn the impossible hand that would be required to save my butt. Because even if I play Quick Beam, I don't have enough defenders to defend everything. And because I've got 4 attacks. Oh no, if I do play Quick Beam, technically there are enough bodies that everything need not die. So I'll play Quick Beam. He gets wounded in order that he's ready. I'll play a Gladrian Weaver. So Elrond's Council gets shuffled back in. And then my little trio of Gladrian Weavers go questing, along with Arrestor, because he can do it without getting exhausted. Surge, attached to the active location. There isn't one. Surge, attached to the current quest. Cancels the condition attachment with the text. Force, after a player draws any number of cards, that player deals 1 damage to a character he controls. Lovely. So that's nothing in the area, so that's 5 progress. We actually finish this stage of the quest. I don't believe that the next stage is going to clear off all the enemies, so let's see what stage we die at. A well-laid trap. A well-laid trap indeed. We are absolutely outnumbered. You've driven back the attackers, but some of them seized your bags during the fight and took them as they fled. Inside one of those bags is gold that Saruman gave you for your quest, so you pursue the feeds deeper into Dunland. When revealed, make Munuv Duv Ravine the active location, returning any previous active location to the staging area. Each player discards each item and each mount he controls. Just the Rivendell Blade. Each player chooses one ally he controls and discards each of the others. Oh, Quick Beam, I'm so glad you could come to join us. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a boar clan enemy and puts it into play engaged with him. Shuffle the encounter deck. Each player shuffles his discard pile back into his draw deck and draws... Oh, great! Draws a card? Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a boar clan enemy engaged with me. Is there another stalker we could take out the deck? Yes, there is. Marvellous. Another enemy. Goody gum drops. And then the discard pile gets shuffled back into my deck. And draw a card. And of course, drawing a card, doesn't that sound generous? Thanks, Quest. Oh no, wait. All of these guys get shadow cards, and he gets powered up. Unsurprisingly, that card is not going to save my bacon. And then we advance to stage 3A. We got all the way to 3A. No way out. How appropriate. The Dunlendings are more clever than you thought. Using your gear as bait, they had lured you into a deep ravine where you are surrounded. A large warrior wearing a boar mantle strides forward and signals the attack. With no hope of escape, your only option is to fight. When revealed, put Chief Turk into play, engaged with the first player. Time X. X is 5 times the number of players in the game. If a hero is destroyed at this stage, the players lose the game. Forced, after the last time counter is removed from this stage, the players make engagement checks. Then each engaged enemy makes an attack. If no heroes are destroyed by these attacks, the players win the game. So, another enemy, Chief Turk. In you come. Oh, and of course this all-important location, which makes Dunlending enemies get more attack and defense. So, the defense phase. How will this go? I'm dead. Yep. I am really, really, really dead. Well, there we go. Beaten by the Dunland Trap. Maybe I'll replay this one. Maybe I probably won't. Gosh, just got absolutely hosed there. Just a sea of enemies swarming out. And I didn't play really any allies. I was probably too cautious about stage 2. I probably didn't see. I saw a lot of allies, but they saw a lot of my 3 costs early on. Maybe I should have pushed for Treebeard earlier. Could I have played him? I don't know. Yeah, God, absolutely walloped there. And I really shouldn't have tried to get to stage 2 ahead of time. Maybe I will try this one again. I don't know. We'll see. Well, absolutely walloped there after doing quite well on the Voice of Isengard Deluxe. So, see you next time. Maybe for this again, though probably not. Maybe for the Quest 2, where the corpses of the heroes somehow managed to carry on. See ya.